glitter. But I was far from being made of gold. I don't know how, but I scraped up the money. I just never could quite tell you no. Just like when you were leaving Amarillo, take that new job in Tennessee. And I quit mine so we could be together. I can't forget the way you looked at me. Just to see you smile, I'd do anything that you wanted me to. When all is said and done, I never count the cost. It's worth all that's lost, just to see you smile. Said time was all you really needed, I walked away and let you have your space. Oh, leaving didn't hurt me near as badly as the tears I saw rolling down your face. And yesterday I knew just what you wanted when you came walking up to me with him. I told you that I was happy for you, and given the chance I'd like in, just to see you smile. I'd do anything that you wanted me to. When all is said and done, I never count the cost. It's worth all that's lost, just to see you smile. Just to see you smile. I'd do anything that you wanted me to. When all is said and done, I never count the cost. It's worth all that's lost, just to see you smile.
Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is. Welcome to the show. Now I gotta tell you, I've been doing this podcast stuff for a little bit, and quite frankly, there's just some things I just don't get. I had a friend who called me just yesterday, and we had a nice little conversation about, frankly, where they work. Now, I'm really not one to sit there and wants to bring up businesses and their business, but in this case, I feel like I just ain't got no choice. Now, during our conversation, I was looking up information, on the internet in regards to our conversation. And quite frankly, I was just appalled. I just don't understand how these rules and regulations can be adapted by the state in such a manner that it allows an employer to basically fuck the employee. Now, I'm sure you're wondering what it is I'm referring to. And what I'm referring to is breaks and lunches. And according to Missouri law, the employer is not required to give an employee a break or lunch unless it's agreed upon at time of hire or if it's a company policy for that company. So that got me wondering. Well, I wonder what the company policy is. So I decided to look that up too. And when I did, as I just said, the hell with it. I'm just going to go ahead and look at the company book for the employee in regards to lunches and breaks. And it completely says that the employee will get a 50% meal discount on their breaks on or before they're immediately following their shifts, is what it says. And some team members may receive a free meal altogether. Just depends on who you are in the company at that time. Now, of course, you have unlimited drinks. They give you that at least. So at least we got a situation there where that's a pretty good deal. So in the employee handbook, it also states that everything is based on business needs at the time. Which, I'm sure that some places are pretty busy. And of course, there's going to be times where it's going to be, not so busy. So, looking at the book and their rules and regulations on everything, it also pretty much says in the book as well that it's a one line. It's just real simple. It just basically says in this one line, break and meal periods shall be provided in compliance with any relative state law. So, if you happen to be working at a restaurant, in this case it's going to be a restaurant, in Missouri, your employer is not required to give you a lunch or break. You can work 11 straight hours. You can work 12 straight hours. And they don't have to give you a lunch or a break. Now, I'm sure they'll give you a couple minutes to go piss or take a shit. But to have a few minutes to sit down and eat a fucking piece of food, and they don't allow that? Or they're saying, no, you can't have it because our business needs requires you to be working. But go ahead and take your dump or your piss. But as soon as you're done, get back out there and take care of business. Well, it seems to me like you should be able to stop, take a break, eat your food, whatever the hell it is, and then come back and do your thing. I mean, what if you're diabetic and you have to stop and eat something or you're going to, pass out and possibly die? They're going to deny you? They're going to say, no, we can't let you do that because if we do that, then we have to let everybody else do that. That shit ain't right. That is not right at all. Nowhere near right. But does the state of Missouri care? No, they don't give a fuck. It says right in their thing, not required to give breaks or meal breaks. Does Arby's care? No, fuck no. It says right there in their handbook. Oh, that's pretty much up to the discretion of the restaurant in whatever state you're in. Yeah, Arby's. We're talking about Arby's. You know, the roast beef. We got the meat. That place. That place is fucking you. It's fucking their employer. Or employee. I suppose it's fucking the employer too. Because it's setting a bad example. What it should be doing is saying, hey, we have a corporate policy that requires every restaurant to give a break in meal period, regardless of what the state law says. That's what it should be. But no. According to Arby's handbook, it just clearly states in there what I said earlier. Meal and lunch breaks are, basically based on the needs of the employer and the state laws. Which means, if you live in Missouri, or you're working in Missouri and you're working for an Arby's, you can work 12 hours straight and they don't give a fuck. No breaks, no lunch. And they're well within their rights to say no to you, because that's their policy. And the policy of the state of Missouri. Now, if you work at Arby's in another state and their state says, no, we got to give you a lunch and break period, after so many hours. Well, then they have to abide by that. But not Missouri. And definitely not Arby's saying, hey, it is a corporate decision that you have to have or give your employee a break or lunch. It's not right, people. Maybe there should be a ban on Arby's. Maybe we should say, hey, fuck Arby's. We're going to ban them assholes until they change their policy. Nobody eats there. They can keep the damn meats to themselves. Of course, probably nobody's going to listen. Nobody's going to take action. Nobody's going to say, okay, let's organize that and make it happen. But it should. It very well damn should. Now, I want to thank my friend for bringing this to my attention. She's a very good friend, too. And I hope something can get worked out for her at her employer, Arby's, in the state of Missouri, that doesn't allow you to take lunches and breaks. That's just fucked up. All right, guys. Thanks for watching the show. And in this case, it's just a sad deal all the way around. Until next time.